going on, Fortunate Family? I'm gonna be honest, I'm recording this for like the sixth time. I literally just did a run and my mic was off the entire time. So here we are again. I got a fresh new start for you guys. But I know you guys like the basic videos. I know you guys like beginner friendly videos for people who are just getting into trading. Guys, I know you see the harmonic scanner. You do not have to have the harmonic scanner. You do not have to be part of I Am Mastery in order to do this strategy. You could easily do it on TradingView, Smart Trader, whatever you need. But I'm just showing it because I have access to it still. So I just wanted to record this video very quick, very easy. That way, if you are an Iron Mastery and you need some help and you don't have the proper guidance, which very often happens, then you have this video for you guys to watch. So I made it easy for you guys. Put the buys, put the sells, put the tips on there for you guys. So you could literally screenshot this video, screenshot this right here, leave the video, and be able to profit. Hold on, let me move it over. Be able to profit just based on these right here, because that's all you need. Very simple, very easy. So let's get right into it. We're gonna start with reading off, the tips, the buys, or the tips. We're gonna go into the indicators. Then I'm gonna show you guys one buy and sell example, and we will get it moving. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So for your tips, you're going to want to delete the pattern. So this is already deleted on here. I'm on the 15-minute chart, but for some reason my thing is not saving my text on my screen. So I'm not going to move from here so I can show you guys how to delete the pattern. Hopefully you already know, but all you would do is you would click on the pattern and you're going to see a little X pop up and you'll be able to delete it because you don't need the pattern. You're going to have your own pip goals for this one, but you can keep it if you'd like. So on to the next. The second one is, if you're on the harmonic scanner, you're going to use Trader's Way and FX Choice. I found that, and the person that taught me this found that it's a lot easier to use. It really goes well with Trader's Way and the FX Choice brokers. Not for you to actually trade on. That doesn't mean if you have Hugo's Way that you can't trade it, but I'm saying like on the harmonic scanner. That's why it says if you're on the harmonic scanner, just use FX Choice or Trader's Way. And it's all personal preference. If you like the other one, hey, do what you got to do. I'm not mad about it. So the last one is going to be, if you're currently in a trade and the MACDs cross, get out. If you don't learn anything from this, guys, please understand that when these MACDs cross, that means that the market is going to do something different. So let me show you really quick before we actually get into the strategies. These are the MACDs right here. And as you can see, when the MACDs cross, the market's going in an uptrend. The MACDs cross and it goes in a downtrend. Then the MACDs cross again and it goes in an uptrend. So every time the MACDs cross, the market is about to do the opposite. It's about to flip. So that is very important to know when you're in a trade, especially if you're riding the trade. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into the indicators. All you guys are going to need are three indicators, which are going to be the alligator, the EMA, and the MACD. You're going to have two MACDs, but it's still three indicators. I'm going to assume you guys know how to use the harmonic scanner, so I won't go too in depth with it. And if you guys need to learn about the harmonic scanner, we'll have a video up, but there are thousands of videos on the harmonic scanner. But with that being said, if you don't know how to add the indicators, I'll show you that much. So what you're going to do is you're going to add the Williams alligator. It's going to be the second one right here. You're going to click it once. There's no need to click it 1,000 times. This will not go away after you click it. You have to click the X for it to go away. So don't keep clicking it, thinking it's not there. It's going to show up. Then you're going to have the exponential moving average, also known as the EMA. You're going to click it once as well. And then you're going to have the MACD. And the MACD, you're going to click it twice because we're going to need two of those, okay, guys? All right. So now you guys are going to need the inputs and the style. So let's start with the alligator. All you have to do is come here, press the little settings button, and we're going to start with the inputs. So you guys can screenshot it, jot it down, whatever. I'll read them out, I'll pause, and then I'll move on. So if you hear me be silent, it's because I want to give you guys a second to screenshot. So the inputs for the alligator are going to be, first up, jaw length, which is going to be 21. Teeth length is going to be 13. And the lips length is going to be 8. Then you're going to have the style. You're going to uncheck jaw. You're going to uncheck teeth. And you're going to uncheck lips. Okay? So the lips color is going to be green. The opacity is going to be 100%. And the thickness is going to be the third line. I'm going to say this because I always say it 1,000 times, but This is personal preference. I like it thicker because I'm able to see it. I don't have the very best eyes, but I like it thick, so I use the third line thickness. Everything on here is going to be third line thickness, opacity 100%. So just keep that in mind. Precision is going to be default, and you're going to hit OK. Then you're going to go to EMA. We're going to go to the settings, and the inputs for EMA are going to be length 3, source close, and offset 0. These are not, I forgot to say this. I saved my pattern. I saved the strategy. I use it all the time. So I don't have to go in and input this every time. So this is not going to show up automatically on the harmonic theater. You do have to change it. So just in case that didn't make sense, if you're a beginner and you don't know that, you do have to go in and change it. This is not going to be the settings that it's on. So with the EMA, the length is 3, the source is closed, and the offset is 0. Then for the style, you're going to want to have plot checked. You're going to want it to be the color black, opacity 100%, and third line thickness. Okay? Precision is default, and you're going to hit OK. So that's it for this section right here. Then lastly, you have the two MACDs. So MACD number 1, the inputs for the MACD, the first MACD are going to be fast length 12, slow length 18, source close, and signal length 1. Then for your style, you're going to check histogram and you're going to check signal. MACD will not be checked for the first MACD, okay? So screenshot it as is. That way, if you're not following along with me on your harmonic scanner, if you have it, then, you can have it for later. So the histogram is going to be black, opacity 100%, and the third line thickness, okay? Then you're going to want to make sure that price line is checked on your histogram. It's going to be a little graph looking thing. You're going to click it and this is going to be off. Usually it's off. You're just going to turn it on and it's going to come up. Then for the signal, it's going to be red. It's on the default red. That's why you can't see that I've actually selected red, but it's on the default red. The opacity is going to be at 100% and the third line thickness. Precision is going to be default, and that is it for the first MACD. Then the second MACD. The inputs are going to be fast length 5, slow length 10, source close, and signal length 1. Then for the style, you're going to uncheck histogram. You're going to uncheck MACD, and you're going to check signal. Okay? So then the signal is going to be green. Any shade of green that you want. It doesn't have to be that specific shade of green, but it does need to be green. Then the opacity is going to be 100%, and the third line thickness. Precision is going to be default, and you're going to click OK. So that is all for the indicators. Okay, so like I said, this is that part probably going to be the hardest on there. It's going to be very simple, very easy other than that. So let's jump right into it. Now you've got the inputs and you're good to go. If just in case you guys didn't already know, a quick tip, if you just look right here, it's going to give you these inputs here. It won't give you the style, but it will give you the inputs if you guys are ever watching somebody teach and you're like, okay, what are the inputs? I'm taking too long to explain. You can go ahead and jot these inputs down. They're all right here. As you can see, 2113.8. Let's look right here. What are the inputs? 2113.8 in order. So I just thought I'd share that real quick. So all right, we're in the final stages of this video, guys. So here we are. We have the buy and the sell. If you know the buy, you're going to know the sell. These are literally the exact opposite of each other. Why? Because one's going up, one's going down. So it's very simple, very easy. I'm going to find one example for both. I'll explain it pretty thoroughly, and then that'll be it. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below and I'll get to them as fast as I can. But this is very simple, guys. It's literally 2 indicators. If you just count this as 1 indicator, 2 indicators, and you're good to go. So as you can see, it says buy. We're going to look when you're looking for buy scenarios, if you have your pattern up and maybe the market's telling you to buy, you're going to want to look for these buy indicators, okay? So for the alligator section, I don't have alligator and EMA. It just says alligator because it's this alligator section and then the MACD section. So for the alligator, when you're looking for buys, you're going to want the green line to be on top, the black line on the bottom, and you're going to want it to cross. So here's the green line, here's the black line, and you're going to look for a cross in between, okay? So let's go ahead and check it out. So green line on the bottom, black line on the top, and you're going to want them to cross. And I'm going to leave this up for a second so that you guys can screenshot it just in case you haven't already. Let's give you guys a second to screenshot. And we're getting started. Okay, here we go. Green line on the bottom, black line on the top, and we're looking for a cross for a buy. So in this section, I see a good buy right here. This is a good uptrend right here. So let's go back to the beginning and let's find out if we would have gotten the confirmations for this buy setup. So we're looking for the green line on the top, black line on the bottom, and for them to cross. So let's look back here. So let's say none of this happened yet. Okay? Let's say none of this I definitely say green line on top. We're looking for the green line on the bottom, black line on the top, and for it to cross, okay? So let's look for this setup. So previously it sold. So let's say we saw this whole sell position and we come down here, we're waiting around here. So let's say we're looking around this candle. We've already seen a cross right here. You can see a little cross right here. Let's zoom in. It crossed, okay? So what did I tell you guys about the MACDs? Not the MACDs, but when that does correlate with this though too. But it crossed, and we're gonna see it do something different. So we want it to cross. That's the goal. So it crossed here. So now we're gonna get an uptrend, okay? So we're looking here, and we want to buy. So let's check it out. We want the green line on the bottom, the black line on the top, and we wanted them to cross. That's it, guys. It's as simple as that. So let's say let's say we were checking it out right here. Let's say we open the harmonic scanner, the smart trader, the trading view, whatever, and we're on this candle right here. We're currently this candle is currently building. So we've already seen the cross, and we already see as we're in this candle that the green line is on the bottom and the black line's on the top. Now you can give it time to play out. You can wait another candle or wait a few candles to see it play out and then get in, because you have this big deep space in between, which means it's a good buying section because they've got that big space in between. There's room for it to breathe. Whereas right here, yes, the green line's on the bottom, the black line's on the top, but it's so little space and you got that red sale candle. So we waited a little bit and it does exactly what we want it to do. It crossed. The green line's on the bottom, the black line's on the top. Bam, that's one confirmation right there. Number one, down. Now we're going to move down. So we were looking at this candle. Let's go straight down, okay? We're going to stay right here. So let's get a vertical line here. Okay, so this is exactly where we were. So let's go check what the confirmation is for the MACDs. So we're going to scroll over here. And if we are buying, and we're looking for the MACD section, let's see what we're going to look for. All right, so we're going to look for the green line to be over the red, parallel, this is very important, and above the black line with a space in between. That's what we're looking for, okay? Sorry for all the movement, guys. Me and the harmonic scanner, we're frenemies, okay? So for the MACD section, for a buy, we're looking for the green line over the red, parallel, above the black line with a space in between. It's a mouthful, but it's so easy. Green over the red, parallel, above the black line. So we have our little line here. That's the candle we were looking at, okay? So we wanted the green line over the red, okay? So right at this candle, the green line was over the red, yes, but they weren't both above the black line just yet while we were watching. And that's why you want to give it a little space to breathe. So in between this space we gave it to breathe, when it starts to open up, we also see that the MACDs opened up as well. So we have this big space in between. It is now parallel because they're not crossing. They're going in opposite directions. They're somewhat straight, you can only get so straight with a trend in this market. But as you can see, when we gave it space to breathe right here, we had this huge blue candle. And guess what? The red line, just barely, is above the black line, but it is above the black line. And we would have gotten all this chance for a perfect buy. And that is it, guys. That is it. All you had to do was look for the green line on the bottom, black line on the top, for them to cross. Check. I'm in. Red line on the bottom, green line on top, above the black line. Check. I'm in. And bam, you're in a buy confirmation. You would have profited all right here. Okay. So this is 14 pips, but 14, 20 pips can go a long way if you know what you're doing. And even if you're a beginner, you do not have to strive for these huge amount of pips. You may see people doing other things as my bad. Your success to other people's success. Guys, you getting 14 pips, you getting 5 pips, you even just being profitable in a trade is enough. This is a very volatile market, and just be proud of yourself for what's going on right now. Don't rush the process. Try it out, test it out. You don't have to go for 150 pips, 1,000 pips on your first trade. So this is a great setup. This is a great beginner's thing for you guys to do and make money from it. So from 2 confirmations, you would have made 14 pips had you gotten over here around this candle. So that's a buy situation right there. Very simple, very easy. Now let's look at a sell. Okay, I'm just gonna do one and one, and I might go back over it depending on what we're looking like on time. So, all right. So for a sell confirmation, like I said, you're just gonna flip it. You're looking for the exact same thing, opposite. Okay. So instead of in the alligator section, the green line being on the bottom, we're gonna look for the green line to be on top, and the black line on the bottom, and the cross. So the exact opposite. Like I said, if you know the buy, you know the sell. If you know the sell, you know the buy, because all you have to do is flip it. All you have to do is do the opposite. So let's go ahead and look for a sell. So this right here is actually was a really good sell. Okay. So right here, let's check it out. Let's check it out if the market gave us the confirmations that we were looking for. This is really starting to bother me. So I'm gonna move these over here. Actually, I'm gonna leave this here. Okay, because I'm only needing the sell. So we're looking for the sell, right? So we hit a pretty good high right here. So let's say you came into the market, you got lucky, and you see, you get in right here. So you're like, okay, maybe it'll keep buying. But no, it gives you a confirmation by the cross that it is going to sell. So you wait a little bit, you let the confirmations line up, and bam, we have a cross right here, okay? So in the alligator section, we're looking for the green line to be on the top, the black line to be on the bottom, and for the cross. So we had a cross right here, and whoop-de-doo, here we are. Green line is on the top, black line is on the bottom. That's all you need. The green line is way above with a good space in between. Even though that's for MACDs, there's a good, decent space in between, which means the market's got area to breathe. It's really doing its thing, okay? So we got the green line on the top, black line on the bottom. Check. Now we're gonna look down to the MACD. So let's say we looked right here and we might have missed this candle, but that's okay. We got it on the second candle because we wanted to just make sure the market is doing what we wanted it to do. You never want to hope trade. You never want to get in thinking it's going to do something. Give it time to do its thing and then actually know, get the confirmations. You know that it's going to do what you want it to do. We don't chase the market. We let the market do what we want it to do, and then we're going to get in. Okay. So we're going to look at this candle right here. So let's look all the way down. Let's go ahead and put a vertical line so I can see where it is. We're going to look right here. So let's scroll all the way down. Okay. And we're looking right here. So what are we looking for in the MACD section? We're looking for a red line over the green, parallel, and below the black line with a space in between. So on this candle, if we were to look at this candle, it's not yet below this line, but if you just give it a chance to wait, you can still catch a good bag right here. If you're more experienced, you'll get in at the top anyway. But it's 100% up to you and your experience. So if you wanted to wait for the actual confirmation just to be sure, that's okay. You still would have made money. If you got in earlier, you still would have made money. So red line is over the green, it's parallel, and it comes below this black line down here. So you wouldn't have gotten in till around about this candle up here. And that's okay. Better safe than sorry, okay? And that's it. Bam, bam, 2 confirmations right here. I could make this. I'm gonna do another example. Just if you guys need an example, but that's literally all there is to it. I don't like to over explain because then it kind of confuses people. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'll probably do one more buy and then we'll end it off because I don't want this video to be crazy long. So let's look at this one right here. Here's a good buy setup. Now, this market, I mean, in between, you can catch some good ones, but it's really giving consolidation vibes, even though on a long-term scale, this is a great uptrend. If you were a day trader and you like this kind of stuff, this would be a great, setup for you. But let's just look in between. Let's find the little spaces where we could have bought right here. So here we are. Here's a good buy section right here. Sorry for all the movement, guys. There's a good buy section right here. So let me go ahead and put a line here so I can come back to it because I want to look at, oops, I want to look at this section again. Okay. All right. So here's our buy section that we're going to look at. Now let's look what we wanted to find. So for the MACDs, for the alligator and the buy section, we wanted the green line on the bottom, black line on the top, and cross. So let's look over here. We had a cross right here. All you have to do is zoom in to see. But we had a cross right here. Eventually you'll get used to it and you'll see without having to zoom in. But we had a cross right here, okay? So after that cross, we had the green line on the bottom and the black line on the top. Check. Confirmation right here. Let's go down. Then we wanted, let's double check. We wanted the green line over the red parallel with the black line on the bottom. So let's go back. Hold on. Yeah, green line over the red. It's parallel. It's been parallel for a minute. Above the black line, as you can see, was only above the black line for a little bit, but that's okay. You still would have gotten in from here to here, and that would have given you all the pips you need as a beginner if you're following a trading plan. So, bam, super simple, super easy. That's it, guys. That's it. Okay. And then all you would do is flip it. So with that being said, guys, I'm not going to keep it too long. It's so and I'm sorry for all this. I know this bothers some people because it bothers me. Um, but yeah, that's it, guys. It's so simple, so easy. You want to get educated. You do not have to find a specific person to educate you. Do your research. This education is free online, or you can partner with somebody, find somebody who already knows how to trade. There are so many people who do. And get the education you need. You never want to blindly go into this volatile market because it will eat you up and spit you out. So I can tell you that from experience. So get educated. This is a great way to make money if you are patient, guys. This is a game of patience. If a lot of people get into these strategies, they're like, "Oh, it doesn't work," but they don't know how to be patient. You have to learn this stuff. You don't just want to throw away money. So you know, get get the basics. You'll find a lot of the basics on here and all over YouTube, okay? So that being said, guys, thank you guys so much. Shout out to the Fortunate family. Shout out to you guys. Comment if you have any questions. If you have anything negative to say, please keep it to yourself. But with that being said, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you have any questions, once again, just comment down below and I will answer them as quickly as possible. Thank you guys again, and I will see you guys later. Good luck. Stay safe and have an amazing day.